Welcome to this week's episode of Good Life Western Sports. I'm Bobby Leanne. We'll keep it here as we bring you all the action happening around Rodeo, Nebraska. Spotlight a cowgirl who is full of motivation and give you a Nebraska rodeo blast from the past. Well, athletes from the Good Life State were on the rodeo road this past week, and it's now time to catch up with Pro Rodeo announcer Jared Slagle as he gives us the Pro Rodeo update.
Welcome to the Good Life Western Sports Pro Rodeo updates, brought to you by our friends at RodeoTax.com and Fenolio Boot Company. Things were fairly slow in the world of PRCA rodeo, although we did have a few contract personnel working throughout the last week and weekend, including at the Rio Grande Valley Livestock Show and Rodeo Extreme Bulls in Mercedes, Texas, our bullfighter Dusty Duba, who is a Crete, Nebraska native, and at the Southeastern Livestock Exposition in Montgomery, Alabama. One of the pickup men there was Ryan Brestol, who was a Hyannis, Nebraska native. The Houston Livestock Show and Houston Rodeo comes to an end. Looking at how our Good Life Western Sports Cowboys finished up in the Lone Star State. Tie-down roper Riley Pruitt wins $3,500 from Houston. Riley ended up third in Super Series number 2, including a round number 3 win. He placed 5th in the semifinals and was 6th in the wild card round, but was unable to move on to the championship or shootout rounds. Bareback rider Stephen Dent from Mulligan pops $5,375 from Houston. The former winner of Rodeo Houston, Stephen won Super Series number 1, but was 9th in the semifinals and wild card and did not advance. Orrin Larson, the Canadian who now lives in Gering, exchanged $9,250 in cash from Rodeo Houston. Orrin was 3rd in Super Series 3. He was 4th in the semifinals, number 2, and he moves through the championship round into the shootout round where he was 4th, which was good enough for a $5,500 payday on the ride. Court Shear grabs $8,000 from Rodeo Houston. He was the champion in Super Series number 5. He was 8th in the semifinals and did not advance, and was 5th in the wild card and also was unable to make it to the shootout or championship rounds. Zeke Thurston ends up winning over $12,975 from Super Series Rodeo. He was 3rd in Super Series 2, did not advance in the semifinals, but he won the wild card and then ended up 4th into the final shootout round. Zeke was also invited to Rodeo Houston in the Super Shootout, which takes the prior year's champion from some of the largest prestigious rodeos in a head-to-head rodeo combat. Zeke represented Rodeo Austin, and he earned over $3,500 in the Super Shootout. Kyle Whitaker from Chambers in the steer wrestling wins $1,500 as he placed in the 2 rounds in Super Series number 3. Back again, contract personnel as one of the officials at the Houston Rodeo was Darren Boots from Ashby, Nebraska. Well, that's going to wrap things up for Good Life Western Sports Pro Rodeo updates. On behalf of our friends of RodeoTax.com and Fenolio Boot Company, my name is Jared Slagle, your Pro Rodeo voice. You stay classy, Nebraska. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you, Jared. When we return, we'll meet with a young cowgirl who is maintaining a positive attitude in every run she makes, as well as a Rodeo Nebraska blast from the past, all happening when we return.
L&H Livestock Feed Equipment is the elite manufacturer of quality farm and ranch equipment. Headquartered in Hastings, Nebraska, with dealers located throughout the Midwest. With over 30 years of experience, L&H takes pride in only using the best materials and finest craftsmanship to produce top quality farm and ranch equipment. For more information and to find a dealer near you, visit lhmfg.com.
Welcome back to Good Life Western Sports. I'm Bobby Leanne. Whether it's on the basketball court or in the arena, this cowgirl athlete is a ball full of energy with a positive attitude. Meet Athlete Spotlight, Danielle Wray.
My name is Danielle Wray. I'm from Ord, Nebraska, and at the high school rodeos, I do team roping, breakaway, poles, and barrels. Like my mom and dad have always schooled, what you put into it, you'll get out of it. So if you work hard, good things will happen. If you don't work hard, nothing will happen. When we made the first round, we got second, which was the best we had done all year. And then we just went and caught again on our second steer. And then in our short round, we were tied for third and fourth. And then in our short round steer, he missed. And we were just we were off of it by half a point. And then since we didn't make nationals, I ended up having to have my knee surgery. So then I didn't get a rope all summer. And then I had a new partner the next year. But it just it made me want it just as much. And it's made me want it till now. Or it's gonna keep, even if I make nationals this year, I'm still gonna wanna keep going. So my mom and dad are super supportive. They're always with me, but I always wanna be independent and go places by myself, which then I decided I didn't want to rodeo with my dad one summer, and that I didn't want to rope with him, which was so stupid of me, because my dad is one of the best healers I know, and I just regret it still that I didn't rope with him. So I want to use my mom and dad as much as I can till I can't. So I remember I threw a half a coil, not that much, but threw half coil, and I went to set it on the horn, and she sucks back away from me like she should, but it was just it had been raining, so my rope was a little muddy, and it didn't run was the problem, but it got a kink in it instead. And I had my hand down where it shouldn't be on the side of the horn, crossing her over to try and stand her up. And I just remember saying, don't throw Talon, because I didn't know if I thought I was gonna be able to pull it off and get it out, but it was already too late. And so I faced her, and I just held my hand down there. It was fine in the end. It wasn't that big a deal. I had 2 more surgeries after that, and no one even notices. I work at a preschool for school to work, and if I'm not up next to them, they don't even notice, and they think that it's growing back, but it's not. I don't have enough where I can rope how normal people rope. I have to hold it between my 2 fingers. And so, I had it for my sophomore year in the spring, I really struggled because we were trying new things on how to hold my rope, when in the end, I just went back to how I always held it. I've had to change, just had to prepare myself and practice all the time. And I know I'm gonna go rodeo because it's just a part of who I am. I couldn't imagine going a whole year without roping. I'm team roper Danielle Wray, and be sure to Good Life Western Sports.
We wish Danielle the best of luck this spring rodeo season. Well, stay tuned to Good Life Western Sports after the break as we fill you in on all the camps and schools coming up, as well as a Rodeo Nebraska blast from the past.
Rocket Sea Animal Chiropractic is dedicated to helping improve your horse's overall health performance. Dr. Crabtree incorporates chiropractic, low-level laser therapy, myofascial, and nutritional therapy to accelerate your horse's ability to heal and get back in the ring. Rocket Sea is mobile and travels the state to bring your horse the excellent care they deserve. Call Rocket Sea Animal Chiropractic today at 402-276-1348. 8 words to remember: we can work on you and the horse you rode in on.
Welcome back to Good Life Western Sports. I'm Bobby Leanne, and the madness of spring camps continues. The Central Nebraska Cowboy Church will host their annual roping and racing clinic this weekend at the Miller Arena in Broken Bow. Along with the clinic, there will be several times of devotionals, along with a regular Sunday morning Cowboy Church service. The 29th annual Spring Vacation Steer Wrestling School will be held on March 29th through the 31st at the Keith County Fairgrounds in Ogallala. Instructors include the PRCA circuit finalist Paul Cleveland, as well as NFR contestants Todd, Suhn, Garrett, Nokes, Drew, Melvin, and Sean Mulligan. Great camps coming up. Specific details regarding the upcoming schools and camps can be found in the show description. Just check those out and stay tuned after the break for more from Good Life Western Sports.
Are you cool to flex fuel? 1 in 7 Nebraskans is driving a flex fuel vehicle, and many don't even realize it. With a flex fuel vehicle, you can fill up with any blend of American ethanol and gasoline, from E10 to E15, from E30 to E85, at any time in any amount. Look for an insignia on your trunk or tailgate. You might have a yellow gas cap, or check your owner's manual. If you're cool to flex fuel, then look for a flex fuel pump in your neighborhood. Flex fuel blends with American ethanol.
L&H Livestock Feed Equipment is the elite manufacturer of quality farm and ranch equipment. Headquartered in Hastings, Nebraska, with dealers located throughout the Midwest. With over 30 years of experience, L&H takes pride in only using the best materials and finest craftsmanship to produce top quality farm and ranch equipment. For more information and to find a dealer near you, visit lhmfg.com.
Welcome back to Good Life Western Sports. I'm Bobby Leanne. Well, this week's blast from the past comes from the 1931 Exarban Stock Show and Rodeo in Omaha, Nebraska. This photo currently fills the walls of the Pro Rodeo Hall of Fame and Museum, the American Cowboy in Colorado Springs. If you want to see the photo, go to Colorado Springs. Be sure to check out the Pro Rodeo Hall of Fame and Museum there, and be sure to check out this photo there of Exarban in Omaha. Well, we're almost halfway through the Ultimate Giveaway Challenge, and there's still time for you to like the Good Life Western Sports Facebook page if you haven't already. Comment, like, share on the daily qualifying posts to qualify yourself into the game. Each day is a new qualifier, so don't miss this chance. We have 14 spots left for you to fill. We want to thank all of our sponsors from American Hat Company, Diamond Dollar Leather with Ashton Ferguson, Wrangler, Rank One, Fenolio Boot Company, and the Pearl Pistols for donating some of the items during this giveaway. The big drawing for the Ultimate Giveaway package will happen on April 5th, so mark your calendars. We'll also be doing a Facebook Live soon of all of the giveaway items, so don't miss that. Be sure to turn on those notifications. Thanks again for joining me for this week's episode of Good Life Western Sports, and be sure to tune in here next week as we highlight rodeo across Nebraska. For Good Life Western Sports, I'm Bobby Leanne.